No, this is not the same video. This is a different one. Hey, it's the LEGO Republic, coming back to you with another video. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the 75214 Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. This set came out in 2019 and retailed for $20. It contains 247 pieces, and it is yet another Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. So, we'll be taking a look at this. I'm super happy that I was able to have my friend Jack actually allow me to review this on the channel, so thank you to him. It is really awesome that he gives me stuff like this. As always, if you've seen some of my videos, you probably know we had this kind of partnership going, and my link for his not YouTube channel, but his Bricklink store will be in the description below. But as always, this does not change my opinion on the set. So this is the 2019 Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Our first figure up here is Anakin Skywalker. It's a very nice figure. It has the standard Anakin Skywalker torso print, but it does look a little crisper in this 2019 variant than it did in previous variants. You'll see the flowing legs, and this Anakin does not have the burns on him, which is very nice to see. You've got his silver lightsaber blade right there, along with the pure blue lightsaber. The lightsaber looks beautiful. It actually looks really good, better than normal. There's no bubbles in the lightsaber like some previous lightsabers before this. You'll see he has a angry face, and then his like calmer face is on the other side, and typical, back print for him. But yeah, just a typical Anakin minifigure, not anything special. And another typical minifigure here, we have R2-D2. Nothing fancy about this R2-D2. He's the same R2-D2 that's come in like a million sets. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about him. The Starfighter itself has a number of different functions. The first function here are the spring-loaded, not spring-loaded shooters, but the spring-loaded stud shooters. They're not really called spring-loaded stud shooters, but they seem kind of the same in my opinion. So that's why I call them spring-loaded stud shooters. You'll see nice detail along the wings there, and I kind of like the way they made that wing there. Looks rather nice. We'll turn around the other side. They have the Republic insignia there, and that does appear to be a sticker, so a bit unfortunate that isn't a print, but I guess it's okay. You have more stickers on the back here, and on the middle section here, which does not look too bad. You have a typical socket for your R2-D2 unit, which can fit in there, and when you turn it over and go like this, it does not come out, which is super awesome and nice. Thank you, 2019 variations of the set. If we open up the cockpit here, you will see that there is a nice, very nicely printed cockpit piece there, control panel, and you'll see there's actually a very nice chair. I really like how this kind of like suggestion of a chair looks. I think it looks super awesome. You can take your Anakin Skywalker minifigure here, and you can sit him in the ship, nothing fancy, and close the windscreen over his, his face, right? Like his usual LEGO set is pretty much how it works nowadays. It's been all the same, pretty much like that for all of the figures. If you'll turn it over, you shall see that there is a place to put his lightsaber, which is super nice. We always like those little clips. Put a lightsaber, although this one seems to be very hard. And then you can, of course, put the landing gear up, retract the landing gear, and have it, go whoosh around. This thing is super swooshable. I really love its swooshable ability. You're kind of going to want to hold it like this. And this brings me to my next point. The landing gear here, usually you would have to do 3 and move the 3 away. But there's a unique design to this ship where it uses these Technic pieces right here, which I don't think they've ever used in the Jedi Starfighter before, so it's like kind of cool that they did this, and I think it works rather well. It keeps the wings in the right angled position without them, having to use those hinge pieces that never go very well, and especially if you have ships that are pretty old and use those hinge pieces like the old Jedi Starfighters, these things get really hard to move. So yeah, pretty nice that they got rid of that, although I'm pretty sure it was just because of that they included this. But yeah, so no landing gear because of that. but they did try to add some landing gear right here. But the problem with 2-point landing gear, it looks great, but it's way too easy to knock it over. Like, so easy. Like, I doubt you'd be able to straighten it very easily, like when you put it down. This has to be annoying for someone besides me. Like, I don't know what it is with their like 2-point, 3-point landing gear. It doesn't work sometimes, and this is one of those cases. Thankfully, these wings are so low that it doesn't go too far, but still kind of annoying that the landing gear doesn't really do the job. They have some very large, oversized engines on the bottom here. I say oversized because they're just different from what other Starfighters look like. This one also looks a little different from the back. It looks a little more streamlined, and it's a little more tall and not as wide as opposed to other Starfighters. I think this one has a lot of interesting stuff to go with it. But one final feature would be this thing in the front. This is not considered a feature. However, I will consider it a feature. LEGO clearly wanted to do something here. So if you pull this little piece off, you'll see there's a little space in there, and it corresponds to this space here. Now, they went through all the trouble to tile this space off, and if they wanted this to stay on there, I see not tiling these off, not putting studs on these pieces, because you have to make it look like it's the stripe of yellow, so that totally makes sense, but I don't understand why this one in the back here would not have studs unless they meant for you to pull this off. However, on the box art, there is no such feature to be seen, but you could probably include something in here. You could probably put a gun or some binoculars or something in there, which is super cool, but it's just funny because they go through all that effort to make it actually be able to do that, and then Anakin doesn't even have anything you could even put in there, and it doesn't come with anything you can put in there, and it doesn't show that you could put anything in there in the first place. So yeah, I don't really know what that's all about, but it is a feature in my opinion. You could put a little small pistol or something in there. At least I think so. But LEGO clearly doesn't think so on the box art. I kind of want to know who designed this so I can ask them that question, as if I would get to ask a LEGO designer that question. But that would be the first question that I would ask about this Starfighter. There's a lot of mystery to it. I mean, I can definitely see why they used the 2-point landing gear. I just don't like it. Stud shooters are an okay feature. This ship just, I don't know. Compared to older Starfighters, all the old Starfighters seem to have something that happens to the Starfighter, and this one just doesn't have anything cool to it, besides stud shooters. Stud shooters are literally in everything. They're in little battle packs, which apparently aren't going to come out anymore, so that's kind of sad. But yeah, I just stud shooters as the only feature just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I really like the design. It's a really awesome looking, sleek design, and I love the way they made the wings, but like, you can't even move the wings. That's at least a feature you could do on some of the others. So yeah, I like my Stacytons one better than this. I say I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 on the design for sure, but like playability is like a 1 out of 10 as far as Starfighters go, so maybe a 7 out of 10, because I made the other Anakin Starfighter like a 5. So I'll call this a 6. This is a 6 out of 10, guys. I don't know why you would buy it except to get an Anakin Starfighter, so I guess, yeah. But you have terrible minifigs, and just not very much playability. But if you're just looking for a model to put on a shelf and look cool, this would probably be that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.